Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Project Ozone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Since last episode, I've added a bunch more neutronium collectors. Okay, we currently have 42 neutronium ingots, so it's coming along at a fairly decent pace now, I feel like. We still have a fair few more to make. I'm really just waiting on nether stars. Right now we have 42. Today we're going to fix that. That's one of our goals. But we've actually got a few goals today. First up is zombie heads. Also, soul automation would be very nice to get in place as well. And by soul automation, I don't mean exactly what you guys might be thinking. We're not going to be grinding ender dragons with souls. That's just... there's really no point in that. So, anyways, one thing I do want to show you guys before we get started is I have been working on Iris a little bit. And I will say it looks a little bit strange right now because everything's not fully implemented. But if we look over here, I'm working on another space base. It's the flat top. That's what makes it look so strange right now, I think, is this flat top up here. But it's not done. It's far from done. So I was kind of just, I was like, what do I want to do for this? And I was like, I'm going to make this big, like, sand walker thing, almost like the the sand crawlers or something from Star Wars, but a little bit different. Of course, having legs instead of wheels, and I don't know, something a little bit different. So I've got an idea for the top, which it'll make sense once I get that finished. If we pop inside, there's actually an elevator right here to enter it. Because we've used the airlock frame so much, I was like, let's do something different. Let's actually have like a little like entry, like imagine yourself getting beamed up or something into it. But if we pop up inside, this is what I've done so far. It's actually tight corridors, because I was trying to go for more like a, more like a ship would be. It wouldn't be big, open, wide stuff like a building would, like a ship in this style. So I kind of went with a little bit more narrow passages down here, and then it just comes up to here. Nothing too elaborate. This is eventually going to be our applied energistics base, actually, which I'm kind of excited for once this thing gets done. So I figured I'd start working on that, and then probably work on the storage base, and try to get the asteroid hub done, all of that. So much work to do at the moment. So much work. But yeah, I decided to go with the steel frames and stuff, and kind of have it framed out, and then have these crypt blocks right through here, and use a bit of that glowstone, and then the arc lights to kind of light up the area and make it look like a big machine is kind of crossing through this area. But yeah, hopefully it'll look pretty good once everything's done on that. So it's not going to be huge, but because it's really just going to house our AE system and not storage. Really just the AE mainframe type stuff, as well as our singularity quantum link stuff is going to be here, and that's the main thing. Also, Ender Chest. Importing and exporting through Ender Chest, that's going to be housed here as well. So all of that fun stuff. So anyways, let's pop on back to the overworld. And I think today the first thing I want to start off doing is I want to get zombie heads and soul automation done, I think. Is this pigman trying to, like... what is this? He's like, give me that attractor obelisk. Also, on our sword, I added Reaper 5. Well, Reaper 5 was already on here, but I upgraded to Sharpness 5, Looting 3, Smite 5, and Soulbound. I do plan on doing a little bit with Draconic Evolution before the end of the episode. That's my goal anyways. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump into the first thing that we're going to be doing. Soul automation, zombie heads. Those two things I really want to get sorted, like right now. And I think we're going to start with soul automation, because realistically I'm going to need that for zombie automation. So because we're gonna totally avoid using the Ender IO spawners. They use up too much power, and they're not really that good in comparison to the Draconic Evolution spawners, right? And we can do that. And that's what our soul automation is going to be for. It's not going to be for getting souls to fight the Ender Dragon. There's no point in that. It's only going to be for, we can set down a spawner, get a soul, take down a spawner, like that. So let's go ahead, and I think we're going to go with our spikes, like what we have down there. And I know a couple of these spikes down here have a Reaper on them. A couple of them do, but... Which that's going to be disassembled very, very, very soon. But, oh, by the way, Demon Steel. We actually got up to enough essence to make a tier 8. I'm actually crafting one more tier 7 right now. But before long, we'll have our first tier 8. But we're going to have to automate essences either way, because we still need another tier 8 to get the Philosopher's Stone. That would take, you know, weeks. With our current setup, that would take weeks to get another tier 8 Demon Steel. So, but at least we'll have one of them out of the way. So to do our soul automation, we are going to go with some diamond spikes. And I'm debating, do I want to go ahead and shut off this system entirely right now? Yes, I do. There's really no point in this anymore. We'll go ahead and shut this thing off. Oops, it's not that. It's this. And I guess I'll go ahead and shut off the fans. And then I'll probably disassemble all of this fairly soon. There we go. And let me go ahead and pull up all the cursed earth. And we'll go ahead and grab all of this stuff. Because really we were only using this for XP. We have XP now. It's not really something that we need to go out of our way to get. Plus, once we get this new area set up in the prison, we're going to have more XP than we know what to do with. So, this one has Reaper 4. And these have Looting 3 on them. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to leave this one. We don't really want Reaper 4. I think I can put Looting 3 and Reaper on the same... things. So let's get a few of these books here. And this is what, 40 levels, right? And we'll get the typesetting table running again. Grab that Reaper 5 book. And go ahead and throw this stuff back. The dark glass. Okay. And let's go see if we can put this on with Looting 3. If so, that's great. If not, that's fine too. Because these spikes aren't really going to be our looting system. So, we can. Okay, it's 20 levels to add that. Awesome. Let me actually just grab both of these anvils, and I'll just move them down there. Because I know both of them are like fairly close to breaking, I think. Do like that. Let me go ahead and get another... I'm going to go ahead and get another print press made. Even though I don't know for sure that we're even going to need that many. I don't think so. But might as well. Okay. So, Looting 3. Oh, I can't do them. I can't put multiple ones in there. And it was, what, 20 levels, I think? There we go. And if I recall, we weren't able to put XP boost on our spikes, were we? Even though I guess that's not really something that I need. We're going to have so much XP coming in from this farm that it's not really going to be necessary. Okay, so 3 spikes, that should be plenty. And I'm going to go ahead and dump these things into the system. And this is what we're going to use for actually getting our souls. So the first one that I want to go for is Zombie Spawner. Because we're going to need it for zombie heads, right? So let's get... I do not have a zombie soul vial. Okay, well that's fine. We're going to go out and find ourselves a zombie real quick. And then we'll get on with this. And it's nighttime, so it shouldn't take us but a second. What is with all the ocelots here? What is this madness? Okay, there's one. And I'm going to have to make a bunch of soul vials, because now that we're moving into this, we're going to start setting up a lot of spawners. Okay? And it's definitely something that we're going to want a bunch of. So, alright. So do I have any powered spawners? I have the ones down here. And I tell you what, before I waste them, this one is, what is this one spawning? Oh, pink slime. This one is spawning beetles. Okay. Well, I might as well go ahead and get a soul for each of these. I'm assuming that we can get Draconic souls for these mobs. I hope so. I don't think it actually shows... Okay, yeah, and here it just shows pig soul. I think we can get souls for all of these. I am going to want another attractor obelisk. So let me get one of those real quick. Since we used our last one for the villagers. This is enticing crystal and machine frame. And give me one of these. I love our villager automation stuff. Okay. Tractor obelisk. And give me some soul vials as well. Villagers. Pink slime zombie. Okay, give me like 10 soul vials. That'd be nice to have on hand. Okay. So let's head on over to the Uranus. I need to get the rest of these prison cells built out, but man, they are so redundant. It drives me insane. And I guess this first one right here is going to be where we do our soul automation. Because soul automation is something that's going to be semi-manual. I mean, technically I could automate it with block breakers and have them break the spawner and return it whenever we want. That would be fun, actually. I might do that. That would actually be kind of cool. But what we're going to do, let's set up... I'm going to have to make more of that. That's fine. Let's set up our spikes, and we're going to put these down... I'm thinking have, like, the attractor obelisk, like, right here. And then put the spikes down in front of that. I think would be good. So, I mean, technically they could come around, but I don't foresee that since they're going to be spawning right here. You know what I mean? So I think that would be okay. We'll test it and see. Because I would like to have that, just so it looks a little bit better. Now, most of these rooms are going to have, like, 2 grinders and 2 spawner setups. But this one, I think we're just going to do 1, since I will want to do a little bit of automation with it as well. I think that'll be good. If they happen to start coming over here, then I can deal with that. That's not a problem. I think this should be good. So, okay. So the attractor obelisk is down. Then what we can do is we can have it, put our souls into here. And I'll probably put an Ender IO block. Let me actually head back. There's a couple things that I'm going to need. So let me head back to the overworld real quick. And I think we will do the auto block breaking setup for this, just because it would be nice to have that. So we'll have like a block placer and a block breaker. So we should be able to just tell it, like, put it in there, put the spawner in there and then break it, kind of a thing. So I think we'll have a couple buttons. Let me get one more button. Actually, do we have, like, carpenter's buttons? Yeah, we do. Let's actually get 2 of these instead. And then I'm going to get... I'm going to grab these for right now. I might change it to, like, some kind of screen or something like that. Maybe, but for right now, I'm just going to use signs. Then I want a block breaker. Let's see. The open blocks one. I believe it can be controlled with redstone. I think so. We're going to make one and try it. I want to test it. Yeah, so that one, say I had a pink slime spawner right here. It's not breaking it. And then if I applied a redstone signal, yeah, awesome. So that does work. That's what I want. And then let's also get a block placer. And we'll go with this. That's fine. This one, technically, we don't have to worry about hitting the button. Actually, yeah, we don't even need to worry about hitting the button. We only need 1 carpenter's and 1 sign. We don't even need 1 sign. We just need that. And then I'm also going to need, let me see, does this one, does it have to have a redstone signal? If so, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. But it can place that. Awesome. I'll just give it a constant redstone signal, and that way if it gets a spawner, then it can place it. You know, no big deal. And then I'm going to want, let's get ourselves some item buffers. And then we're going to get some item conduits. We're going to get some redstone conduits. Let me go ahead and order a few more of those. Does it not know how to make insulating glass? It should know how to make that. Okay, well let me make a quick recipe here real quick. I thought it knew how to make insulating glass, but apparently it does not. Alright, so give me 20 more of those. There we go. And then I'm also going to want... actually, I probably don't even need that many. Honestly, just a couple would be fine. But I'm going to want to get... let's see, I'm going to want a redstone transmitter, I think. And a redstone receiver. Awesome. And I think that's the main things that I'm going to want. Oh yeah, Draconic Evolution, of course. And I tell you what I'm going to do here. Since I have not automated this stuff from Draconic Evolution, let's go ahead and do that. I don't know why I've put it off as long as I have. Here's how you make Draconic cores. Let me actually grab one of these. Here's how you get Wyvern cores. And then here's how you get Wyvern energy cores. Try to get redstone. And then let's teach it how to make like the advanced wireless transceiver thing. So let's teach it particle generators. There's that recipe. And then we're also going to need to teach it how to make the advanced energy relay, which is just like that, which we have none of those materials. That's awesome. Give me... Actually, I'm going to need to teach it to make this too. Alright, so give me one of these. And there we go. So now we can get the advanced wireless transceivers. And so I'm going to want to get one of these. And then I've also made up some tesseracts, because I think we're going to move the power with tesseracts since they don't have a limit. And the quantum entangleporters, they work fine, but there is a limit on those, of course, for how much they can transfer. So let's pop on over to Jupiter real quick. And let's put... for right now, I still need to sort out this building, but we'll put this right here, and then I should have... Where did my thing go? Let me do that. Let me get this advanced energy transceiver. We'll put this down right here. We're going to say that you are going to be Jupiter connector. Frequency of 5. Set it. Add frequency. And we're going to say that you can receive all of it. That's fine. Okay. And then we're just going to connect this one and this one. And we're going to say it's output 5 times transfer. Okay, so that Tesseract should be receiving power now. And now let's go ahead and head on over to Uranus. And what we're going to do, we're going to set up our Tesseract first. And I'm kind of tempted to put it like in the ceiling with the Draconic connector coming down. Is kind of what I'm thinking. Let me grab one of these relays, because we're going to have to break this down. Maybe like right in here, and have it coming down. Because I think it would actually look pretty cool. We're going to check it out and see. Okay, so we would have like the Tesseract sticking out, and the transceiver right there. And I actually quite like that, honestly. So I think we're going to leave it like that. And we are going to say that you input 5 times transfer. Okay. And then over here, what we're going to do is we are going to have... Honestly, I'm thinking we'll have this right here. because I like the way these look. I don't like hiding these. And we're going to set this to bind. Let's grab this connection and bind it to that. And then we just have to configure our Tesseract real quick. We're going to say that you are Jupiter connector. Set the frequency. And you receive... I set the one on Jupiter wrong, didn't I? I put it on receive. I meant to put send. Whoops. Okay. So, you send... power. And then we'll hop back over to Uranus and get this set up. And I think this is going to be really, really nice because to move forward, we need souls of all these different monsters to make all these different spawners. And this is going to really enable us to do this, and it'll be very, very simple, honestly. So what we'll do is we'll pop in here, and we're going to set up our... Let's see, I've actually got pink slime right here. I'm going to go ahead and we'll do pink slime first. We'll throw this into here, and let's get ourselves just an octadic capacitor. Throw that in there. And then let me go grab position saved. And I want to connect up the attractor obelisk. Okay, so that's getting power. And then what we'll do, I think if I was to set down... Okay, I don't want to put it down too far, actually. So, yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to have our powered spawner. This one's beetle. This one's pink slime. We'll put this one down, like, right here. And we're going to say that you spawn. We will eventually change that to just active all the time. And then what we'll do is we'll have... I think this is where I want it. We will connect the power on this up to that. So it should be getting power, and then I'm not for sure. I know in 1.10 the way these work is if you have like a block placed and you connect the power to it, then you break the block where the power is connected. It's fine. It doesn't really affect it because it still keeps that block location. So this would work. If it doesn't, then I'll have to do conduits beneath it that just connect up to like a capacitor bank or something. That would be fine too. It just depends on if this works or not. So we will see. But then I'm going to put the block placer right here. And then we're going to have the block breaker be like right here. And then I'm going to go up underneath these actually. I'm just going to break a bunch of the stuff right now and then we'll fix it. We're going to have item conduits, the block placer. I'm just going to have to break that too. Okay, the block placer is going to insert, and we're going to say green channel. The block breaker, and I actually don't want that to connect. I do not want that to connect. The block breaker is going to extract, always active on brown. Okay. And then I'm going to have the actual item buffers be like right over here, I think. I'll just remove some of this glowstone and put them into here. And we're going to have our item buffers. This bottom one. And then one right there, I think. And this one's going to be like output, I think. So what we'll do is we'll have these conduits kind of come over. Just like this. Get in behind this. And we're going to say this one, the top one, is going to be brown channel. Because it comes from the block breaker. So we'll say that you can insert on brown. And then this one is going to extract on green. Okay. And then I'm going to put a block down right there. And we're going to put down insulated redstone conduit. Whoops. Right there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have a redstone transmitter go right here. I mean, I guess... Honestly, I could just run the conduit, too. It wouldn't really be... We'll just run the conduit. It's not like I'm going, like, super far to necessitate wireless transmission. So, never mind on that. No, I don't want you to connect right there, but thank you for trying. And what we'll do is we'll just kind of run this out. Can I get out of this, please? There we go. I'll tell you what. Really quickly, let's go ahead and do that. So the redstone conduit will connect to this block right here, and then we can put our carpenter's block down right there. And what we'll do is we're going to have our item conduits come over just like that, and then we are going to have our redstone conduit go along like this as well. And it's just going to go to the block breaker, not the block placer. The block placer, we're going to want to give it constant redstone signal. So we'll have it just like that. And there we go. And let's make sure that's connected. Doesn't look like it is, so in and out. There we go. Alright, and then the block placer, if it gets an item, we want it to just place it, right? So let me get just a lever. Would be fine. Give me one of those. Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to have a separate redstone connection that comes out from here. We're going to say that you insert, and we don't want it to be strong signal. And then this is going to come out. Okay, it's going to come out to like right here, I think. And then we can facade all of this stuff. And we'll just connect that to there. And then behind this, what I want to do is I'm just going to put a lever back here. There we go. Oh, wait, does it have to pulse? I don't know. Like, if this was to get... it has to pulse. Okay. So we'll just use a timer then instead. That'll be fine, too. And then what we'll do is we'll set the timer down right here, rotate it over. We're going to say that the delay is 20 ticks. So every second you're going to try to put an item out, and then we'll just connect that up. Oops. Don't connect right there. Connect right here. Strong signal. Oh, it's actually... Oops. It's actually the block below this. Actually, it's not transferring through this, through that wall, so we are going to need to just connect it up like that, which is fine. Really all that means is one extra conduit facade. No, what is it? What is it doing? Okay, so now if this gets a block, for example, it's going to place it. Awesome. Okay, so that's all done. Now what we need to do is, let's see, first up I'm going to put, behind this, I'm going to actually put just one of those Uranus stone bricks. And then I'm also going to need some facades for packed ice and Neptune or Uranus walls. That's one nice thing is packed ice is so easy to make for us right now that making a base out of packed ice is like super cheap. And I'm just going to kind of clean this up a little bit here. I'm going to have to go to the one beneath us and put in glowstone, but that's fine. Okay, and so that's what we've got. And then what I'll do is I'll just put like a little button right there. And that should be... That part should be set. And then all I have to do... Let me go get some facades and also a vacuum chest as well. I'm only going to need like 1, 2... I might need a bunch of them, never mind. So let me go get some conduit facades and vacuum chest and ender chest. Okay, so I've got everything that I think we're going to need to finish this out. This little setup here. So first up, let's just go ahead and facade these conduits because I think everything's set the way that I want it to be. That does not need to connect there. Thank you, though. Sorry, these item conduits want to connect to, like, everything. They're like, we just want to make friends. Please. Okay. This, I'm going to go ahead. Like I said, we might have to add energy conduits to it. Oh, wait. I didn't make enough, I didn't make enough of those conduits. We used so many of those right there. So there we go. I will have to get, like, what is it, 2 more or something? It's 4 more. It's actually more than I thought it was. But then what we can do is, for example, our spawner here. I'm going to set this pink slime spawner. I'm going to go ahead and set it to always active. And then what I can do is I should be able to throw this into there. It's going to get placed. The question is it getting power? That's my concern at the moment. It's not getting power. Now if I link that device, and we're going to set it to always active, and there we go. Beetles. Oh, that's a beetle spawner. Never mind. Oops. Break that. And did we get our item? Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't come back through that. Okay. Actually, I think the item conduit has to connect into the back, doesn't it? I feel like that's the case. So we're going to set it to extract. Okay. Now I wanted the pink slime spawner and not the beetle spawner. Okay. You are always active. Okay, so we can throw our pink slime spawner into there. Power it comes over. Now, is it getting power? That's my only concern. It's not getting power. Okay, so we are going to have to configure that to run off of... Oh, man, I hate it. Okay, so we are going to have to configure this then. They can just suffocate to death. I'm a terrible person. Honestly, because of beetles, I don't know for sure. Let me actually put a beetle soul into this. Yeah, I'm going to have to add more spikes. I think I'll do 3 more in front of that for bigger creatures like this, because it won't work with just... I don't know what they're doing right now, because that's totally not where this is. Like, it's not attracting them properly, and I don't know... Huh. They're wanting to stand, like, on top of this stuff. Okay. Well, anyways, let's get ourselves just a capacitor bank. Do I have one, maybe, somewhere? Honestly, I could probably use just an immersive engineering one. It's fine. You're not going to be able to see it. And then let me get some energy conduits. And what we'll do is we'll just run this down through the floor. So energy conduit right there. And I'll just bring it right along the same conduit line, I think. Would be okay. And then what we'll do is just right over here. Actually, we'll put HP capacitor right there. So that's all connected. The HP capacitor, we're going to change this top side. Do I have to use an engineer's hammer? It looks like it. We're going to change this top side to input, and then we can just connect that up. There we go. Now it's getting power, and then it should be able to feed this power over to that. So pretty easy fix, I think. And then let's go ahead and set up the vacuum chest as well, and then I'll go get a couple more of those facades and spikes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have the vacuum chest go, like, right there. Get inside of here. And then we'll just have an ender chest on white, white, white. That's our primary insert line. And we're going to say that you extract and insert into this ender chest. Okay. And 6 range. Honestly, that should be enough. That would cover, because everything's going to be dying right here. I might have some loose items fly off, but I really... This room isn't designed really for drops. It's really, well, aside from souls, so I am going to need it, but souls should only be spawned on top of the spikes, so that should not be a problem, I don't think. Alright, so 3 more spikes. Luckily we got, I mean, realistically, we got a pretty solid setup for XP, like, so early game that, like, none of this stuff's even, like, a problem at all. Okay, so we've got that. Let's head on back to Uranus. And I don't think that we need souls for anything outside of spawners, do we? I'm going to double check. I mean, I know there's the resurrection block, but I really don't care about that. Yeah, it's only for the resurrection stone, and that is only, it's not used in anything. Okay. So our souls are really only going to be for making spawners. That's what that tells me. Now, granted, I could, because I don't know if we'll get to doing our Ender Dragon stuff today. Oh no. I just went back into the system here. Oh my gosh, why does it... I mean, I guess that's okay. I just don't like the way it looks. I'm about to scream. I'm about to scream. Okay, let me get that one more time. Thank you. There we go. Okay. Now I can just put my facade onto there. And I forgot to... Oh my gosh, I forgot to grab my facades. I had them made. I totally forgot to grab them. Okay. So, there we go. There's our last conduit facades. Okay, now this should be all set up now. Should be. We're going to test it real quick. Let's get... Oh yeah, I'm going to want an Ender IO block, right? Travel anchor. Wireless out of range. What in the world? What in the world just happened here? Okay, well, let me go ahead and put the Ender IO over here. And we're going to put this just right... Honestly, I kind of want it, like, centered in the room, like, on top of where the spawner would be. Just due to the fact that it would be a little bit easier to navigate it. Because whenever you put it up against a wall, it's like, whoa, you're trying to, like... trying to work off the wall. It's really, really weird. Why did that break my connection? I have no clue why that broke my connection. Alright, let me pop over to the overworld real quick. We'll make a travel anchor. Oh, it lost the Infinity Booster card is what happened. What? Like it unequipped it or something. Okay, well, anyways, travel anchor. We are going to need some conduit binder. There we go, and actually I'll just pop on over and we'll set up this last piece. So the travel anchor, I'm just going to put it down in the floor, like in this corner, I think. And then what we can do is we can access this, get our bearings, and then we can just pull the soul vials out, change them out, and everything. So as long as we have a soul vial with that, it's very, very easy to use this. So, also, I'm going to go ahead and make a modular storage. One of these and one of these. And basically what I want to do is I'm going to set this up like right... You know what? We actually don't even need... Oh yeah, that's right. I changed it over. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. We're going to put the modular storage like right here. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to store soul vials in this. And that way, you know, if I need a zombie soul vial, it's right here. If I want to throw it into that, there we go. You know, a little bit easier to use this, I think, when we have all the required pieces right here on hand. Okay, so everything I think is set up. Everything's ready to go. Let's go ahead. Let me chisel this. Not that. Chisel this. Just so I can fix these walls. There we go. And yeah, so now we can take our spawner. We're going to start with the, I guess, the pink slime spawner. Throw it into there. It pops up over there. And it should be running, I should think. There we go, pink slimes. they're not really getting attracted much at all. They are dying, but they're not really getting attracted to the obelisk, which is a concern. And then we can break that, and it should... Oh my gosh, it still does not... Oh my god. Okay. I think I'm going to have to put like a chest or something on the back side of this. Which isn't really ideal, but I don't think there's any other way around it. What I could do we have mini chest? We do not have mini chest. Okay, well, I guess we're going to use a diamond chest then. So we'll put that right there. And now, we're going to say that you extract on brown. Okay, so now, it gives us back our spawners. Okay. Now, I wonder why this is just not working at all. I mean, it should be. Like, the mobs don't seem to care at all about it, honestly. If I throw a beetle one in there, beetles should start spawning. Actually, beetles aren't even aggressive to me, so I can come over here. Is it not... Okay, it's spawning, but... There we go. Yeah, see, they want to get on top of the Ender Overseer. I may have to move this to where it's a little bit more, like, out. Maybe that's what it is. So let me grab... Okay, we're going to put the Attractor Obelisk then. Maybe right here would work. We'll throw these in there. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let me get some Carpenter's Barriers. I mean, some of them are getting on it. It's just not... At least with these beetles, it's not as effective as I was hoping for. Like... Let me get some more of these Uranus stone bricks. They just want to, like, climb things is what they're wanting to do. Would you guys, like, stop it? There. Now it works. Okay. I may change that block out for something else, like some kind of glass or something. I am going to have to block off that stuff. I think in this section, at least, I'm going to do like that. It's not really what I meant to do, but okay. I hate it. Like, they won't let me move things. Okay, I tell you what. Let me shut this thing off real quick. There you go. No more spawner for you. Because now they're, like, getting back there, which doesn't really help me at all either. Okay, so maybe something more like that would probably keep them from just doing whatever they wanted to. And I'm still going to have to set up XP collection, which we'll do that in just a moment. But so, for example, and let me look real quick. Did I get any souls by chance? Oh, look, we got 3 beetle souls already. That is insane. Okay, so let's try then for the pink slime. Let's throw that in there. And pink slime should start spawning fairly quickly. Now, the only thing is pink slimes have very minimal HP, so they might die before they get to the spikes a lot. Because they don't move terribly quickly. Okay, but it does, sometimes it spawns them like right over by the spikes. So they are making it. Just not as much as the beetles, you know. So I mean, that's not too bad. Thus far. The fact that we got... Oh, no, here's another beetle soul. So we actually got 4 beetle souls. Like, that's crazy fast. And I tell you what, I have not set up a chunk loader here. I'm going to set up one. You know, I always set them up like right in plain sight at first until I get everything situated. So this one, for right now, we're just going to put it right here. We're going to say load like 4 chunks. That's fine. Actually, that's way more than what I need. I probably just need like 2. Space is tall vertically, but not horizontally. Okay, so let's see. Have we gotten any... Okay, we haven't got any souls. We'll let that run for a little bit. And then what we can do is, like, for example, this beetle spawner. We're done with this now, right? And I guess, actually, I should probably set up an experience collector of some sort. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's, what I can do... We'll do the spawner first, then we'll do the experience collection. What I can do is, now that I've got that beetle spawner, I don't really need a beetle spawner anymore. I am going to need another zombie soul vial. I forgot. I'm actually going to want like 2 soul vials. Anytime I go out and get a new mob, I want to capture like 2 of them. If I need to, I can always set up a spawner. If it's a little bit more of a rare creature, I can set up with a spawner initially, get the creature, like the second soul from that, and then I just want to have all the souls on hand so that we have it for, you know, if we need additional mob souls of that creature or something like that for maybe like localized spawners or something like that. We can just throw in the soul, throw in the spawner, and pew, there you go. But I think what I'm going to do is this beetle spawner, we have 4 souls. So I'm just going to go ahead and change it over. And what we'll do is we'll get ourselves a quick zombie spawner. And there we go. There's our zombie spawner. And beetles, I mean, we've got 4 beetle souls right now. I don't foresee us needing those anymore, honestly. So what we can do is we can take our powered spawner, throw in the zombie. 300 levels. Okay, let's get ourselves 300 levels, and then I'll just change this over, because now moving forward we're just going to be using, you know, Draconic Evolution. I think it'll be okay, because I think I'm debating on a couple different ways that I want to grind these mobs. I don't know if I want to grind them and still get the souls from them, which is maybe what we're going to do. So we always, from then on, you know, once we get our initial souls to set up the spawners, then we'll have plenty of souls from then on for whatever we might need souls to make localized spawners or something like that. I don't know. But okay, so we've got our zombie spawner. That's the one that I was actually gunning for this. I guess let me go ahead and have the ender tank, and I'll take this vacuum hopper as well. Oh my gosh, okay. And we're going to need some pressurized fluid conduits. And I tell you what, I'm going to make a special import channel just for XP. Because I know otherwise XP is just going to be clogging up everything. And first up, let's hop over to Pluto. And honestly, we're probably going to set up a grind house. And a grinder from MFR, just so we have those liquids. Is really the only reason I would want those, but hey, look at that Enderman. Okay, so our import lines are all over here, and what we're going to do is we're just going to set up, let me actually go underneath this, make it a little bit easier on us. Let's do, like, white, green, white. Yeah. We'll do white, green, white. And we'll just set that up like right here. And extract it. Okay. I'm going to need a fluid trash can. I've got water connected up, and it's just like always wanting to pump water into like everything. I should probably make that, I'll tell you what, maybe we're going to disable that connection. Like that. And then what I'll do instead is just have a conduit on the bottom. That way it'll quit trying to pump water into everything. Okay, so that's sorted. But I still need to get rid of all this fluid. So let me get a fluid trash can. And we'll just set it up like that. But yeah, so we've got that. And it was white, green, white. So let's head on back to Uranus. And then basically what I want to do is just set up this vacuum hopper. So we're going to put this right back there. We're going to say white, green, white. You're going to have a conduit that connects back into that with a facade on it. And then just a vacuum hopper. And we'll say that you send XP out that side. Awesome. And really the items, I don't really want it collecting items, so we're going to say that you are going to be filled up with Uranus stone bricks. And so now, let's see, do we have any pink slime souls? We still do not have any pink slime souls. That's actually a little bit trickier one because they have like barely any HP at all. And it does, see, a lot of times they'll spawn over on that side. There was one that hit the spikes. But more often than not, they just kind of like hang out until they die. So, because one suffocation tick and they're dead, so. That's something we're going to have to let run for a bit. Let me go ahead and break that off, though. And let's do our zombie spawner. And it should have... Oops. Yep, still got the conduit and everything, or the capacitor. Basically, I think 2 spawners should be good for this. And we'll just leave that running. Go for it, zombies. Go for it. Oh, yeah, and you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to set up the attractor obelisk. That's why they're not even, like, going over there right now. Oh, this is going to be... Honestly, where it's placed... Okay, I, like, can't even get to the obelisk right now. So what I might have to do is maybe remove that block right there. Hopefully it doesn't cause any items to get, like, stuck. See, I've tried, like, moving it and stuff, and I can't get it... Oh, there we go. Okay. So we can access it now. Awesome. It just takes, like... There we go. It's really, really particular about placement a lot of times, but... Okay. So that works. I'm happy with that. And that's how our souls are automated. And so that way we can expand then with spawners and whatnot. Now let me warp back to the overworld. And I can easily change out the spawners, the soul vials, all of that. Without actually having to get into the... Without having to get into the spawner at all. So on our to-do list, automate souls, that is done. That is completely done. Now so far we haven't gotten any zombie souls just yet, but I imagine they'll be coming in fairly soon. Alright, but I'm pretty happy with this thus far. I don't know why some of them spawn with boats. That's bizarre to me, but whatever. I did have to drop the thing back down, so we may have to get in there. Basically, they will not go over the spikes. If that's there. And you can see I'm going to have to clean up, because they're standing right on the edge right there right now. Slowly taking damage, but I am going to have to do something about that as well. But anyways, let's head on back to the overworld. I did take a look, and I know it's about wrapping up point, sadly. I was wanting to get the heads in place, but that's okay. I'm waiting on Zombie Soul anyway to do that. So it shouldn't take very long to get a Zombie Soul, but I am going to let it run for a bit. So what we're going to do is, for the remainder of the episode, I want to go ahead and upgrade armor again, which I know we just did that, but I want to go ahead and jump up to Wyvern armor. So basically what we need is Wyvern cores, Wyvern energy cores. And it's not very expensive at all. So we're going to get 4 Wyvern energy cores, and then we'll get our 4 Wyvern cores. And then I just have to throw on this armor, and we're going to upgrade armor again, which is great. Great stuff, because I will say that probably next episode we're going to move up to better armor. We're going to move up to like full-fledged Draconic armor. So, does it not have flight built in on here? Huh. This armor does not seem to fly. How bizarre, actually. We did complete this quest. Let's go ahead and get our reward bag for that. It's a good rarity one with a whole bunch of chance cubes. Oops. Okay. And yeah, next up is upgrade evolution, dragon armor. We're going to start getting into this stuff probably next episode, honestly. Oh, I am going to have to revive him one more time. I managed to do it between episodes. And 4 mob souls. We've got that. Let me grab 4 beetle souls. There we go. That quest is done. 6 salt ore. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Hopefully we get a zombie soul. Fingers crossed. Okay. But yeah, this Draconic stuff, it really just takes awakened cores and neutronium ingots. Of course, neutronium ingots, we've got that stuff set. Oh man, I lost like night vision, all kinds of things changing to this armor. Maybe that wasn't a great idea. Oh, toggle creative flight. I better have to toggle it on, you think? No, that doesn't work. Apparently, Wyvern armor just does not fly in this pack, which is quite bizarre. I seem to remember it flying in 1.7, but maybe not. It may not be. I can't recall. It's been forever. Okay, well, I'm going to switch to the VCL for the time being, and then I will switch back next episode once we upgrade it, because I'm assuming upgraded, we'll be able to fly with it. So, that'll be fine. I don't have to have this stuff, I guess, right now. But, anyways, like I said, I know it's wrapping up point, so I am going to end it out here. Next episode, we will be doing, just really, really quickly, the zombie heads. I think it'll probably take maybe 10-15 minutes to set that up, if that. And then the rest of the episode will probably be messing with Draconic Evolution and Ender Dragons. So that's the plan next episode. Zombie heads and dragons. and Draconic Evolution. I plan to probably get... that's not going to happen. I don't know. Really, that's not that bad. That is not that bad at all. 3 Demon Steels of the 5th magnitude. I don't know if I can do that, though. I doubt it. That's not so bad. We're only missing 137 of those. I don't know. Maybe by the end of next episode. Depends. I might leave this pack running for a bit. Maybe to build up essences. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know if we'll get the Draconic Staff of Power. It's really not that expensive. I know it takes a lot of Awakened Draconium, but we're going to handle that next episode, and it's going to be easy. But all this armor, we're probably going to go for this stuff for sure, because Neutronium Ingots, not really that bad at this point. It does take a few of them, but in the grand scheme of things, it's really not that bad. Because by next episode, I should have the rest of our Nether Stars. We have 74 right now, and I can finish this out. That'll be 29 more Neutronium collectors collecting Neutronium ingots, and we'll be set. Because we've got 50 right now, so shouldn't be too bad. So, anyways, I'm gonna end it out here. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button, and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay up to date with when new videos come out. And I hope to see you guys next time for Zombie Heads and Dragons. So until next time, as always, do take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys then.